Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to make classic carbonara without cream. It's going to be egg, Parmesan cheese, black pepper, bacon, some pasta water and long spaghetti, and that's it. Now the ingredient I'm going to use is the quantity of ingredient is I'm using about 120 grams of smoked streaky bacon. Now there's about 7 strips here. Now, there are a lot of ingredients that call for guanciale or pancetta, but that is not readily available here in Malaysia, so I'm using streaky bacon. Now, the thing about using streaky bacon is, remember, it does not contain as much fat as guanciale or pancetta. Okay, if you look at the percentage composition, the fat here is only about 10 to 20%. All right, as compared to guanciale, it's easily more than 50%. And therefore, if you use streaky bacon, you might need to add a little bit of olive oil just to make sure they have enough oil to flavor your pasta. Now, at the same time, I'm using Parmesan cheese. I'm using here about 30 grams for about 180 grams of pasta. This pasta is using linguine. Again, this is what I like rather than spaghetti, but it's up to you. Go ahead and use spaghetti or spaghettini if you want to, or even rigatoni if you want to, right? But I'm using long linguine, which is a lot easier. Now, it's about 180 grams, and I'm using it with about 30 grams of Parmesan cheese. I only use Parmesan cheese, although a lot of classic carbonara recipe call for pecorino, which is not, again, readily available here in Malaysia. So I'm going to use 30 grams. Now, as for the egg, I'm using 2 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. There are some ingredients that call for just egg yolk, but I prefer 1 whole egg, just a little bit more of liquid in there when I want to toss the pasta around it. Now, the process is going to be this. I'm going to cook the pasta, right? And I'm going to in the pot of water, and I'm going to cut this into a little bit slightly bigger, about an inch strip. And I'm going to cook the spaghetti on another pan, right? When the bacon comes to produce some oil, reduce the fire to low, and then I'll throw the spaghetti in the pan and add a little bit water to deglaze the wok and to get all the flavor in. And then I'll turn off the fire. I will use I will toss the egg and the Parmesan cheese on it. Okay, the water is about to boil. I'm going to dump in the salt, but be careful, it may blow up. I'm using about 2.5 teaspoons for this amount of water. All right. Okay. It's very important to get the water salted correctly, because we are not going to add any salt into the spaghetti later, or into the cooking later on. This is the only time. Alright, I'm going to prepare the egg mixture. I said I've beaten 2 egg yolk and 1 full egg. And here is a 35 gram of Parmesan cheese that I have finely chopped it again just to make sure it's really fine. So I'll do this. Okay. Mix it real well. Okay. A little bit of black pepper. Okay. All right, set it aside, and now let's do the pasta. While waiting for the pasta to cook, can start doing the bacon. Right. Okay. Here is the smoked streaky bacon that I've cut it out. So turn on the fire to medium low. Okay. Just let it cook. Right. Again, add a little bit of oil if you want, and I'm just going to do I'm adding a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin, just to get a bit, just to get more flavor of this veg. Okay. I know, guys, I'm using the wok instead of a pan, but hey, this is the most comfortable with. As you can see, it's starting to brown on the side. Make sure the fire is low. The last thing you want is to burn the bacon. Right? It's starting to sweat. Right? You can see the water is coming up. Okay. So what I'm going to do here when it's more done, I'm going to take the pasta water and the pasta and just stir it into here and to get the flavor out from the pan, from the wok. Alright, and then turn off the fire and we will add the egg mixture into this. Okay. Alright, the bacon is almost done. So what I'm going to do here, instead of leaving the bacon in here, I'm going to take it off and leave the oil in here, and I'm going to take the spaghetti and put into here to cook off the remaining last few minutes. Last 1 minute. So bacon's off. Okay. Okay. Put a bit of the liquid. Okay. Cook the remaining, the remaining time of pasta in the wok. Turn off the fire. So just turn off the heat. Let it cool down a little bit before we add the egg mixture. The last thing we want is the wok is too hot and you will cook our egg and mix it into a scrambled egg. Alright, let it cool down about 30 seconds. Alright, before we add the egg mixture, and if you need to, you can add some liquid later on if it's cool down too much. Alright, just turn off the heat, make sure the heat is off. Alright, in goes the egg mixture. Okay. Especially toast it properly, and you see the egg will start to, the cheese will start to melt. Again, if you need to, a little bit of pasta water. Right. You see it's become creamy. Okay. Make sure you can see it clearly, it becomes creamy. Okay. A little bit more pasta water if you want. Alright. Okay. And in goes the bacon along with the oil. Okay. Some black pepper. Okay. In goes into the plate. Yes, that's correct. Here you go. Pasta from a wok.